Okay, welcome back to another session of our English time, Standard 9. Okay, I hope you have done all the activities. The last day I gave you some of the activities to be subject and predicate. Do you remember what is subject and what is predicate? What do you say? Subject എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താണ്? ഒരു വാചകത്തിൽ ആരെക്കുറിച്ചാണ്, about whom or about what, എന്തിനെക്കുറിച്ചാണോ ആരെക്കുറിച്ചാണോ, that is subject. And very simple, it is very easy to understand. Life is full of ups and downs. That was our example. ലൈഫിനെ കുറിച്ചാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്, so life is example. Children are playing. Children is the subject, are playing is the predicate. Verb and its explanation, that is predicate. Subject means a noun and its explanation. Noun and its explanation. Noun ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ explanation. ചിലതിന് noun explanation ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. For example, our third example, you do remember, children of your age. Children of your age. There are 4 sentences, 4 words are there. Children of your age. നിന്റെ പ്രായമുള്ള കുട്ടികൾ, നിങ്ങളുടെ പ്രായമുള്ള കുട്ടികൾ. So there are 4 words and combined, that 4 words combined is a subject. So subject means children is the noun. അവിടെ ഒരു പ്ലൂറൽ noun ആണ് children. ആ ചിൽഡ്രനെ കുറിച്ചുള്ള വിശേഷണങ്ങളാണ് of your age. So children of your age are competing there. So that is children of your age subject. So hope you why I am repeating this, because we have to take another very important activity. So for that, subject and predicate is very important. So it will come after this third activity. Okay, please take page number 35. Take page number 35, please turn over to page number 35. Have you seen activity 3? Let us look. Activity number 3. Read the excerpt from the story The Race and identify the questions. It's a very important. You are always facing problem. You are always in a difficulty to answer the questions. But here we are dealing with the questions. Questions നമ്മൾ ഉണ്ടാക്കുക. പിന്നെ ആൻസർ പ്രശ്നം വരുന്നില്ല. So that is what is happening there. Suddenly, so identify the questions in it. Suddenly he heard a voice at his elbow. What's it, son? What's it, son? What's it, son? Tarun turned to his left, and there sat a man of about 60. I failed in 2 subjects, he replied in a depressed tone. I failed in 2 subjects. Depressed tone, not in a happy tone. The man smiled sympathetically and said, life is full of ups and downs, my boy. By the way, I am Ramnarayan, and you are one of the best runners I have ever seen. By the way, I am Ramnarayan. Ramnarayan? Ramnarayan? Are you the same Ramnarayan who won the Olympic medal in 400 meters race? Are you the same? Tarun could not hide his excitement. Yes, Pat came, the reply. Pat came. Tarun was dazzled. He was astonished. He was anthamed because he is a lover. What is the speciality of Tarun? He is a best lover of running. റണ്ണിങ്ങിന് എത്രമാത്രം അത്ലറ്റ് ഇത്രമാത്രം ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്ന ഒരു കുട്ടിയായിരുന്നു. That is why he found an Olympian. Suppose you like very much, some of you like football, and you may have a favorite team, maybe I am not mentioning, and the favorite player, suppose one day when you woke up on Sunday, when you woke up and came in front of your what is called sit out, at that time your favorite player is there in front in your courtyard. What will be your reaction? What will be your reaction? Shall I? No, I don't like to say the names because it will affect. ഞാൻ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു പ്ലെയറെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ അത് വേറെ നിങ്ങളുടെ ഫേവറേറ്റ് വേറെ കുറേ പ്ലെയേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ടാവും. ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരാളുടെ പേര് പറയണ്ട. So okay, anyway, so that is what happened, and he is fond of running. He likes running very much, and at that time he is an Olympian. Ramnarayan, 1914 400 meters race 1960s 400 meters champion Ramnarayan is in front of him or beside him. That is why he was so dazzled. That was okay. Now here there are two questions we came across. We came across two questions. What was the? What is it? What is it? Sun. What is it? Sun. What is it? Sun. No, okay. What is it? Sun. So this was one of the questions. Another question, have you seen that at almost the end of the paragraph? What was that? Are you the same Ramnarayan? Are you the same Ramnarayan? Are you the same Narayan? Same Ramnarayan who won the Olympic medal in 400 meters race in 1960s? Are you? So here are two questions are here. So what is the meaning of the first question? What is it? Atenta. What is it? What is it? Or what is for you? What is the problem for you? Or what is it? Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? When did you wake up today? Who is your favorite football player? Or who is your favorite country of a football playing country? So you can ask. So whenever I am asking these questions to there are 30 or 29 students in our class. I am asking everyone, that is, who is your best friend? They will give different answers. So the answer will be different. So why I am asking this question? Why I am asking such a question? To get an information. So the questions which are beginning with the WH questions, WH, they are called informative question. Information കിട്ടാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് ഒരു ചോദ്യം ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. Just to get an information. So informative questions, WH questions, informative questions. That means such questions begins with a question word. So what are the question words? How many question words you know? What are the question? What, which, where, when, how, who, how many, how far, how often. In this way, a lot of question words are there. You may have found a lot of question words. So such questions are called informative questions, or generally we say WH questions. WH questions. So one of the questions is WH questions. Now look at the next question. Are you the same? So here the question begins with question word. The question begins with a question word. What, which is your country, or which is your pen. Suppose 3 or 4 pencils or pens are put on the table, and the teacher asks you to come near the table and ask which is your pencil. So there is a choice. What's your name? There is no choice. Some information. The red one is my pencil, you can say. You are giving an information. The red one is my pen, or the black one is my pen. You can say the answer. Anyway, what is it, son? Are you the same Ramnarayan? Are you the same Ramnarayan? You look at the second question. So what will be the answer? If you ask such a question to Ramnarayan, he will say yes. And suppose you are asking the same question. What's your name? എന്ന ചോദ്യം നമ്മൾ 40 കുട്ടികളോട് ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ they will give 40 answers, different answers. ചിലർക്കൊക്കെ ചിലപ്പോൾ ഒരേ പേരുണ്ടായിരിക്കാം, എങ്കിലും they are giving different names. But whenever we are asking the same question to this question to Ramnarayan and all others, for example, are you Yunus? എന്ന് ചോദിച്ചാൽ, suppose I am asking you all. Suppose I am asking you all this question, what will be the reply? If I am asking the same question to a person whose name is Yunus, he will say yes, and all others will say no. Is there any other answer? No. So their answer is either yes or no. So yes or no. So this is called yes or no question. So did you understand? Only these two types of questions you have to study. What begins with a question word? So WH question, and or is an auxiliary verb. Is an auxiliary verb. So the questions which begins with an auxiliary verb is called yes or no question. Simply, it is very simple to understand. Questions begins with a WH question. The questions begins with a question word. It is WH question. Question word no, എല്ലാം WH ആയിക്കോളുന്നില്ല. അപ്പോൾ how are you? How are you? You say I am fine. Or you I am not fine, sir. I am feeling headache. So you may give such an answer. How? The sentence, the question begins with how. How old are you? I may ask. How old are you? So you can, how old is the question word there. How often you visit your grandmother? How often? Suppose your grandmother is in your father's house. That means Sarawad എന്നൊക്കെ പറയില്ലേ അവിടെയാണെങ്കിൽ. So I am asking you, how often you visit? How often do you visit your grandmother? How often? എത്ര പ്രാവശ്യം? In a week. So you can say every week or every month. You can say the answer. Okay. So the questions begins with a question word is called WH question. And the questions which begins with an auxiliary verb. So this is an auxiliary verb. Here look, it is an auxiliary verb. So it is called yes or no questions. So hope you have understood that yes or no question and WH questions. Okay. Now let us look at the activities there. So you have to write that questions. Two questions are there in the paragraph. You just write it in your textbook. Okay. Textbook, there are 2 lines are there, you fill in that right. If a question begins with an auxiliary verb, the answer will be yes or no. So such questions are called yes or no question. If the question starts with a question word, the answer will be a piece of information. What's your name? I am Yunus. What's your name? I am Rahis. What's your name? I am Shahida, or something like that. You will give different answers. Now, what is your activity? You just write 2 questions. Rewrite 2 questions. Take out 2 questions, which I have already written in the board. You just write there in the textbook. Then here some words are given there, but they are in jumbled order. So when you put that in the correct order, it will become either a yes or no question or a WH questions. Okay. So beware that a WH question will begin with a question word. Yes or no question will begin with an auxiliary verb. The first one is done for you. You just look. Intelligent you an or boy. Intelligent you an or boy. So it can be very easily. You can make a question is a yes or no question. Are you an intelligent boy? Are you an intelligent boy? So when I ask you such a question, your reply no doubt yes. Okay. Okay, you are intelligent. So in the same way, you can enter can stadium the without AI pass. My God, there are a lot of jumbled words are there. So what you have to do? You have to make it a meaningful question. So is there a question word? No. So it is a yes or no question. So if it is a yes or no question, what is the auxiliary verb there? Are you listening in the textbook? You look at the textbook there. Oh look, enter, can, stadium. So what is the auxiliary verb? Can is a. So you know what are the auxiliary verbs? I told you, if you need that list of auxiliary verbs, I will send you in the WhatsApp group. You just ask it to me. Okay. Can is an auxiliary verb. Can, then subject. Can I enter the stadium without a pass? Pass illada stadium karakan agumo. can I enter the stadium without a pass? So you have you made a proper question, put a question mark at the end. Okay, so I hope it is clear for you. This way you just do the remaining questions also. 4 is of spectators that were the gallery. So it is not a yes or no question. It's a WH question. Why? There is a question word. What is the question word? What is the question word there? Can you say? Where is the question word there? Okay, you say. So that's all for the day. Next we are moving to the next activity. Hope you just do it in your notebook, textbook only. So do it that in the text. Another very important is that complete the conversation between Sachin and a journalist. I think some of you have written this already in your notebook or textbook. I don't know where you have written. If you did it, if you have already written in a textbook, if you did not write in a textbook, you do that. All activities. So during the vacation class and also in the Victor channel class, I have told you to write the answers of some of the questions. But remember which are they. So you should do that. You should write it in your textbook. If it's already written in your fair English notebook, not rough, original English notebook, no need to repeat. The page okay, it must be in your notebook. Now conversation, fill the conversation. So good morning Sachin, good morning. So there is a journalist and a Sachin Tendulkar. There is a conversation. May I ask you some questions about your childhood cricket experiences? Of course, sure. Who did you start playing cricket with? Who did you? That means who did you start? So with my friends in the colony. Next journalist, some asked something else. He asked a question. Then the answer is Achit took me to Ramakant Achrekar sir. So what can be the question there? Achit took me to the. So what can be the answer there? Who took me to Ramakant Achrekar sir? Next, another dash. When Achit took you to Achrekar sir? So the answer is I'm only 11 years old. So what may be the question? How old were you? How old were you when Achit took? How old were you? So in this way you complete it. Okay, I think you can do that. The camp was at Shivaji Park. So there was a camp. Dash from your home to Shivaji Park. That means the answer is it would take 40 minutes. That means how far? So you can say how far was it? Next, by bus. So what may be the question? By bus. How did you reach there? Or how do you go there? Something like that. So in this way, by bus. Thank you for sparing your valuable time. It's my pleasure. So these are some. So you just do it in your notebook, textbook, and fill it. If you didn't write it already in your textbook, you should write it. Okay, thank you. One more activity. Let us look now. Read the following passages and identify the sentences that express conditions. So conditions. So what is conditions? Conditions പറഞ്ഞാൽ അവസ്ഥ വ്യവസ്ഥ എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്നതാണ്. That is conditions. So now I am inviting your attention again to that subject and predicate. So I think you remember subject and predicate. Let us read that. But Ramnarayan seemed pretty serious. I will train you if you want, but I put forward one condition. What's your condition? Tarun's voice showed curiosity and anxiety. There is a race on Children's Day at the Nehru Stadium. Children of your age are competing there. If you participate and win that race, I promise I will start training you, said Ramnarayan. I will, sir. He heard himself saying with a complete conviction. Fine boy, tell me what's your name? Asked Ramnarayan. Tarun Kapoor, sir. Tarun, I will meet you here after 5 days to give you your participation card. All the best, said Ramnarayan and left. On the way home, Tarun thought that if his father had not scolded him, he wouldn't have got this opportunity. So these are the sentence from the lesson, The Race. So have you seen? Now look on page number 37. My father sat me down. So before that you do one thing. If I will train you if you want. I will train you if you want. On the first line of that paragraph, underline that. Then if you participate and win the race, I promise I will start to training you. Underline that also. And the last sentence of that paragraph, if his father had not scolded him, he wouldn't have got this opportunity. Now you have to look at the page number 37. My father sat me down and explained that while he did not have any objections to my changing schools, I should do so only if I was really serious about playing cricket. I will train you if you want. I will train you if you want. If you want. So here in this sentence we have two sentences. You look, this if you want, I will train you. So here there are three types of conditional clauses. These are called conditional clauses. So there are three types, and it is one first type is that here this if clause, it is called if clause. So what is a clause? CLAUS. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയാം clause. I have told you what is clause. എങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞു? I told you subject and predicate. Do you remember that? That you know. Okay. So ഒരു സെൻറ്റൻസോ ആ സെൻറ്റൻസിൻ്റെ a sentence or a part of sentence which consists one subject and predicate, it is a clause. ഒരു സബ്ജക്റ്റും ഒരു പ്രെഡിക്കേറ്റും തികഞ്ഞാൽ അതൊരു ക്ലോസ് ആയി. ഹിയർ ഇഫ് യു ഈസ് ദ സബ്ജക്റ്റ്, വാണ്ട് ഈസ് ദ പ്രെഡിക്കേറ്റ് പാർട്ട്, വെർബ് ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ്സ് എക്സ്പ്ലനേഷൻ. ഇവിടെ വെർബ് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ, അതോനെ എല്ലാത്തിനും നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യാനാണ്? സോ സബ്ജക്റ്റ്. സോ ഇഫ് ആൻഡ് ക്ലോസ്. സോ ദിസ് ഈസ് എ ക്ലോസ്. യു വാണ്ട് ഈസ് എ ക്ലോസ്. ആൻഡ് ഹിയർ ഇഫ് ചേർന്നു. സോ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് കാൾഡ് ഇഫ് ക്ലോസ്. CLAUSE ആണ് കേട്ടോ. Don't what is, we know another clause, CLOSE, close the door. So not that clause. If clause, Ubhavakyam. In Malayalam we say it is Ubhavakyam. Okay, if clause. And here is another clause. I is the subject, will train you is the predicate. Here is predicate, here a subject. Here a subject, here a predicate. So do you remember subject and predicate? So with one subject and one predicate, one clause. One subject and one predicate, one clause. Okay, that is not our topic here. Here we have to study. So I hope you know what is clause. Clause മനസ്സിലായല്ലോ. Now let us move to the if clause. If clause. We are going to study if clause. Very important thing. If clause. If clauses. There are three types of if clauses. The first one is, for example, I will suppose there is a function in your home. There is a function in your, it's very simply you can understand. You have a function in your, even though it is a corona period, a lockdown period, and some of them containment zone, even though, but at that time, I know that your difficulty. You suppose there is a function at your home and you wanted to invite me. You wanted to invite me to that function, isn't it? I know that you like to invite me. So I am telling you, if you invite me, no doubt I will come. It is a conditional clause. If clause പെട്ടെന്നാണ്. if ഉള്ള ക്ലോസിനെയാണ് if clause എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. If you invite me, I will close. Here the function is yet to come. വരാനിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ഫംഗ്ഷൻ ആണ്. And you wanted to invite me. If you invite me, I will come. So it is possible. നടക്കാൻ സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. വേണമെങ്കിൽ the function is very, suppose after 1 month. So it is possible. So this is called a possible condition. Ini, I am writing it in another way. If you invited me, suppose if you invited me, a small change is here, I would come. What was the difference? Here invited, that is verb 2, and invite, verb 1. So it is in simple present, it is in simple past. Okay, I will come. Here the word will is used, auxiliary verb, and here it is would is used. So that is the difference. One more, if you had invited. If you had invited me. So what is the difference? Had invited me. That is past perfect tense. I would have come. I would have come. Let us look. If you invite me, I will come. Possible ആണ്. Possibility ഉണ്ട്. ക്ഷണിച്ചാൽ വരും. Possibility ഉണ്ട്. If you invited me, ക്ഷണിച്ചാൽ, ക്ഷണിച്ചു, that means very, അതിനൊരു ചാൻസ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ട് അവിടെ, but it's very near, perhaps 2 or 3 days before you think about me. നിങ്ങൾ ഫംഗ്ഷൻ്റെ ആ ഒരു തിരക്കിലൊക്കെ മറന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു, but 1 or 2 days before you just reminded, if you invited me, I would come. വന്നേനെ. പ്രോബബിൾ ആണ്, ക്ഷണിക്കാനുള്ള സാധ്യത കുറവാണ്. ഇവിടെ സാധ്യത കൂടുതലാണ്, because we have a lot of days there. We have a lot of days. And here it is probable. ഇത് possible ആണ്. It is possible condition and this is probable. Probability ഉണ്ട്. വേണമെങ്കിൽ 2 ദിവസം ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, ഒന്ന് കോണ്ടാക്ട് ചെയ്ത് നോക്കാം. പക്ഷേ തിരക്കിൻ്റെ ഇടയിൽ പിന്നെ ഡ്രസ്സ് എടുക്കാനോ അതിനൊക്കെ പോയി അങ്ങനെ മറന്നു. സംഭവം ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് പ്രോബബിൾ. സോ ദിസ് ഈസ് കാൾഡ് പ്രോബബിൾ കണ്ടീഷൻ. ദിസ് ഈസ് കാൾഡ് പ്രോബബിൾ കണ്ടീഷൻ. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് ഹിയർ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് പോസിബിൾ കണ്ടീഷൻ. സാധ്യമാണ്, കാരണം ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ സമയമുണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് ഹിയർ സാധ്യത കുറവാണ്, ബട്ട് പോസിബിൾ ആണ്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് പ്രോബബിൾ ഓർ ചിലപ്പോൾ പ്രോബബിൾ. ദിസ് ഈസ് പ്രോബബിൾ കണ്ടീഷൻ. വേണമെങ്കിൽ it will happen. Here it is not out. There are a lot of chances are there because you have enough time. Here the time is very limited. ഒരു കൺസിസ്റ്റൻസി, ഒരു ഇൻസിസ്റ്റ് എങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ തന്നെ ക്ഷണിക്കാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. ആൻഡ് ഹിയർ വാട്ട്, ഇഫ് യു ഹാഡ് ഇൻവൈറ്റഡ് മീ, ഫങ്ഷനൊക്കെ കഴിഞ്ഞ് 2 ആഴ്ച കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് വി വർ മീറ്റിംഗ് ടുഗദർ ആൻഡ് ഇഫ് യു ഹാഡ്, സർ, oh, my brother's marriage is over. Sorry sir, I forgot to invite you. അല്ല, കൊറോണ ആയിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ ചെറിയൊരു ഫംഗ്ഷനൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഈവൻ തോ, ബട്ട് ഐ ഫോർഗോട്ട് ടു ഇൻവൈറ്റ് യു സർ. സോ അറ്റ് ദാറ്റ് ടൈം ഐ വിൽ സേ, വളരെ നിരാശയോടെയും പറയും, ഇഫ് യു ഹാഡ് ഇൻവൈറ്റഡ് മീ ഐ വുഡ് ഹാവ് കം. ഞാൻ വരുമായിരുന്നേനെ. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് വാട്ട് ഹാപ്പൻഡ് നൗ. യു ഡിഡ്ന്റ് ഇൻവൈറ്റ് മീ, I didn't come to you. So ഇത് ഇനി നടക്കാൻ പോകുന്നില്ല. It is impossible condition. Impossible condition. So these are three types of conditions. Here you just look the grammatical part here. This grammatical part must be correct to get 1 mark for each. Here verb 2 is used, so would must be used. Here verb 1 is used, will is to be used. And here past perfect tense is used, had plus verb 3 is used. So what you have to use? Would plus have plus verb 3. Would plus have plus verb 3. So this is the form. This form must be correct for your examination. Hope you should understand that what is if clauses. Okay, thank you. Let us stop for the day. For the remaining activities we will do in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.